We brought you on to talk Super Bowl. You are traveling to Vegas to cover 49ers versus Chiefs. Want to get your thoughts on the San Francisco 49ers. And I want to start with this. Like here on this show, we're sort of looking back at how we got here. And something I realized as I was prepping is, and I think most people would agree, like from week 5 onward, it's felt like this was predetermined. Like it's felt like the Niners were going to be here. At the very least, they were going to be playing in the NFC Championship game. But it's crazy to think back to August and remember that the quarterback situation for this team wasn't settled halfway through training camp. Brock Purdy coming off of that UCL injury. Sam Darnold's in the mix. Trey Lance was still in San Francisco at the time. It's wild to think how uncertain this really was, considering how dominant the Niners have been for most of the year.
It just shows you how much things can change in the NFL. And, sometimes it happens late in the season. I agree with you that the 49ers have been dominant. I think there was a time midway through the season where I thought it was going to be the Eagles or the 49ers, and then the Eagles fell off a cliff. The 49ers have been that most consistent team, though, I think. And, it is. I mean, look, I think Brock Purdy is going to have to deal with this his entire career, the doubts about him, because he is Mr. Irrelevant. He's not that first-round pick, and he hasn't reached, the status of a Tom Brady yet, who's won the big game, and people can not, forget where he was drafted. Purdy still has to prove himself. And if, he loses this game and he throws a couple of interceptions, next summer you'll probably see people questioning whether the 49ers should move on or not. Maybe he can't win the big game. But, obviously Purdy had a great season. The 49ers' faith in him was justified, and they have built an impressive team around him. I mean, I know they've lost some games. I know they've had some issues at points, but I don't know where the flaw is on this team. They've got the battles of the trenches. They're terrific at. Both lines can be dominant. The defense obviously is fantastic. They have weapons all over the field. Their running game is as good as any in the NFL. The coaching is terrific. You can make a good argument that Brock Purdy might be the weakest link, and he's still an MVP candidate. So, they're so well built. I think anybody who saw them earlier in the year, especially once they pounded the Dallas Cowboys, you could say, okay, well, this is a team that really could make some noise in January and February.